or you don't have any activities to perform at all. Every pupil, every children has his or her own activities which you're supposed to perform when you're at home. Now, we have several activities, and sometimes we call them, they are simple activities, because we look on the issue of age, that we know that you are still young, but you can master some of the activities. Now, one among of these activities is washing utensils. Washing utensils. So activity number 1 is washing utensils or dishes. Now, this is one among of the simplest activities or task to be performed by a pupil of standard 4, because we know that this is simple activity. Every pupil, you should have an habit of washing your own utensils after finishing eating. Now, washing utensils, we said, is a process of cleaning kitchen utensils in order to prevent foodborne illness. Washing utensils is a process of cleaning kitchen utensils in order to prevent foodborne illness. So washing utensils is the process. Is a process of cleaning kitchen utensils in order to prevent foodborne illness. My dear pupils, washing utensils should be the regular or daily activities when you are at home. For example, after finishing taking your breakfast, make sure you wash your utensils. Also, after finishing taking your lunch, make sure you take your utensils and wash. This is the simplest activity to be performed by a pupil of grade 4. Don't wait for any person or anyone to force you that you should wash your utensils. You should have that habit of washing your utensils without being forced. So one among of the tasks to be fulfilled by a pupil of standard 4 when he or she is at home is the issue of washing utensils. Now, let's go to the second activity. The second activity is washing clothes. Washing clothes. Washing clothes. Now, washing clothes is one among of the simplest activities which every pupil of standard 4 can manage to perform. Now, washing clothes is a process of using water, especially clean water, and soap or detergent in order to remove some dirty in a certain clothes. Now, my dear pupils, let me ask you one question. Have you ever tried to wash your own clothes, especially school uniform? If no, now, after these lessons, I think everyone will be aware on how to wash the school uniform. Now, that is the simplest activity which every pupil of standard 4 you should make sure you performed every day. Don't wait for caregiver, or don't wait for your mother or brothers and sisters to help you in the process of washing your school uniform, because that is the simplest activity. But also you can perform also helping to wash the clothes of your young sisters and brothers. So one among of the tasks to be performed at home is washing clothes. Another point is when a pupil of standard 4 he or she is at home, you should have an habit of cleaning your bedroom. You should have an habit of cleaning your bedroom. A bedroom, we said, is a room where people sleep. Now, because it's a room where people sleep, we expect that room to be clean. Now, this is also one among of the simplest tasks to be performed by a pupil of Standard 4. Make sure when you wake up early in the morning, the first issue, you should make your bed. Now, let me ask you one question. Have you made your bed today? If no, tomorrow, make sure after wake up early in the morning, you make your bed. But also, you can participate in cleaning the bedroom through sweeping. Sweeping the bedroom, and sometimes you should mopping the bedroom. So sweeping and mopping the bedroom should be one among of the activities to make sure you performed when you are at home. My dear pupils of Standard 4, don't wait for anyone to force you. Don't wait for anyone to remind you that you should clean your bedroom. Have an habit of cleaning your own bedroom. Maybe if you fail to clean your bedroom or you reach a challenge, let's ask for help. But don't say that cleaning bedroom is not one among of my tasks. No, it's one among of your tasks because you are the one who sleep in that bedroom. My dear pupils, another point is we should participate in taking care for domestic animals. We should participate in taking care for domestic animals. Number 4, participating in taking care of domestic animals. Domestic animals. Some of you, they can try to ask question, how can I participate in taking care of domestic animals? The correct answer is, we know domestic animals are one among of the natural resources which were given by God. So it's your responsibility. If in our home place we have domestic animals, maybe cow, goat, dog, to make sure you feed those animals. Feeding animals is the simplest activity because after feeding animals, we expect to get milk, for example, from cow. We expect to get meat. So this is also one among of the simplest activity which can be performed by a pupil of Standard 4. Now, another point is we should also participate in ironing clothes. Another point is ironing clothes, especially school uniforms. Especially school uniforms. Now, the process of ironing is when you use a heated tool or a heated machine, a special hand iron, to remove wrinkles in your fabric or clothes. Now, we know this is one among of the simplest activity. Make sure you're ironing your own school uniform. Don't wait for anyone to assist you in this process of ironing the clothes because it's a simple activity. But when you get time also, try to assist your fellow or your young brothers and sisters in ironing the clothes. Another point is, when you are at home, you should also make sure you participate in taking care of the family resources. Participate in taking care of their family resources. Another activity that you're supposed to perform when you're at home is the issue of taking care of family resources. We say that resources are valuable things in the society, and even in the level of the family, we have different resources. For example, natural resources or artificial resources. So it's your responsibility, a pupil of Standard 4, to make sure you take care of those resources. For example, we can use artificial resources or man-made resources. In your own place, you can have different artificial resources like furnitures. It's your responsibility to take care of those furnitures. Don't break them. Make sure you put them in a good condition. Another point is we should also participate in cleaning the house and the surrounding environment. Cleaning the house and surrounding and the house and the environment. We suppose to participate in cleaning the house and environment surrounding our own place. For example, in cleaning the house, you can participate in cleaning some areas in your house. For example, toilets. Also dining room, sitting room. And this activity can be conducted during weekends. For example, Saturday and Sunday. Also, you can participate in cleaning windows, toilets, also to sweep the ground outside the house. So another simplest activity to be performed by a pupil of Standard 4 is to participate in cleaning the house and the surrounding environment. My dear pupils, let's now see some of the pictures which explain about activities or tasks to be performed by a pupil of Standard 4 when he or she is at home. We have different pictures, and in these pictures, pupils or young children are the ones who participate in different activity. For example, the picture number 1 is a young girl who washes utensils. So even you, when you are at home, have an habit of washing utensils. Help your parents, help your caregivers in washing utensils. After finishing eating your food, take your plate, take your cup, take your spoon, and wash them. Don't wait for anyone to force you to do that activity. Activity number 2 is a young boy. So another simplest activity of a pupil of Standard 4 is to participate in washing his or her clothes. Now, my dear pupils, look on the third picture. On the third picture is a young girl who tried to clean the windows. Remember, one among of your activities or tasks you're supposed to fulfill during weekends, make sure you help your parents in cleaning the house environment. Also, picture number 4, there is a young boy who sweeps the ground. Also, this is the simplest activity to be performed by a pupil of Standard 4. Now, another picture here, we have a young girl. This young girl tried to feed an animal, and this animal is the cow. Now remember, we said among of the activity to be fulfilled by a pupil of Standard 4 when he or she is at home is taking care of domestic animals. Like this girl is trying to feeding animals. But also we have another picture here. The last picture is a young boy who ironed the clothes, and I think this is the school uniform. So if you remember in our activities, we say that it's one among of the simplest activity for a pupil of Standard 4 when she or he is at home to participate in ironing his or her school uniform. My dear pupils, let's now look for another area which is task to be performed at school, or we call them school task. School task. First of all, my dear pupils, you should know the meaning of the word school. A school, we said, is a place where people go to get knowledge, or is a place where teaching and learning process take place. Now, It's not only that in a school we are going to receive different knowledge. No, we are also supposed to participate in different activities. Now, school tasks are those tasks which they are performed at school. School tasks are tasks or activities performed at school. My dear pupils, apart from teaching and learning process, we are also supposed to participate in different activities. A pupil of standard 4, when he or she is at school, you have different activities to participate. Now, first of all, you should also participate in sweeping the classroom. You should also participate in sweeping the classroom, because sweeping the classroom is one among of hygienic process, or is one among of issue which make our school to look beautiful and to have good reputation. So one among of your task, and it's the simplest task, because you are using the classroom in the process of learning. So make sure that classroom is in a good condition. You sweep the classroom. So one simplest activities is sweeping the classroom. Sweeping the classroom. Another point is, in a school, we are also advise pupils that they should also participate in cleaning the school compound. Participate in cleaning the school compound. For example, you can participate in sweeping the ground. You can participate in mopping the classes and different areas in the school. You can also participate in cleaning the toilets, because we are the one who use those toilets. We are the one who live and perform our different activity in that environment. So cleaning the school environment will make the school to be attractive and to build the good school reputation. Now, let's participate and advise our fellow pupils in cleaning the school compound. So number 2 is cleaning the school compound or the school environment. Another important activity to be performed by a pupil when he or she is at school is make sure you take care of the school resources. Taking care of the school, taking care of the school resources. We know in a school you can have different resources, natural and artificial resources. So it's your responsibility as a pupil of standard 4 to make sure you take care of those resources. You don't misuse those resources in order they can survive and be useful for the future generation. But another important thing is, when you are at school, you're supposed also to fulfill or to finish the assigned work on time. You're supposed to finish assigned work on time. We know in the whole process of teaching and learning, teachers, they can assign you different activities or different exercise, homework, classwork. Make sure you finish those tasks on time and make sure you are punctual all the time. So finish the work on time is one among of their responsibility to be performed by a pupil when he or she is at school. Another point is, we said in a school we have different people. We have teachers, we have non-teachers, or we call them non-teaching staff. Now, it's your responsibility and it's among of your task to obey teachers and non-teachers. So we should also, as a pupil, participate in obey teachers and non-teachers. Now the word obey means to do things that you have been told to do, maybe by your teachers, parents, and other members who are found in a school. My dear pupils, let's now see few pictures concerning the process to be participate in cleaning the environment or the activities which they are supposed to be done by a pupil when he or she is at school. And when you see in this screen, we have two activities. Activity number one is a young boy, and I think this boy is a boy of standard 4. He is trying to sweeping the classroom by using a broom, but also he picked the rubbish and put them in the dustbin. But we have picture number 2. There are different pupils of standard 4. Either they are sweeping, either they are mopping. So this is also one among of your tasks. Remember, we said to clean the school environment is one among of the tasks to be fulfilled by a pupil of a certain school, because the school, to clean the school, make the school to look attractive. Now, my dear pupils, after finishing to discuss about the task to be performed at school and task to be performed at home, let's now move to another things, which is promote good governance in a family. Promote good governance in a family. Promote good governance in the family. My dear pupils, in the family level, we insist that family members should follow and accept what we call good governance, because good governance can lead to the family to develop in different spheres. It means in different angles, maybe social, economic, and other issues. Now, the word good governance in a family means is a situation whereby members of the family, especially leaders, here I'm talking about father and mother, and other members of the family fulfill their duties and they allow family member to participate in decision making. So good governance in the family is a process or is a situation. Whereby leaders in the family, here I'm talking about father and mother, and other family members, fulfilled their duties and responsibilities. And also allow what you called people participation in decision making. My dear pupils, let me ask you one question. Is there any kind of good governance in your family? Did you participate in making decisions for different issues? Now, if in your family you participate in making decisions, it means you promote a good governance in a family. Or to promote good governance, they are supposed to follow what you call pillars of government. Here I'm talking about the issue of transparency, the issue of accountability, the issue of equality, the issue of freedom of participation in decision making. So those pillars, they can lead to the certain family to be in the way that they promote good governance. Now let me ask you one question. Are you open to your family member? Or you put things in a secret? If you put things in a secret, it means there is no good governance in your family. Is your parents participate or involve you in decision making? Or they decide on their own and say that I'm the father of this house. So when I decide, no one should reject. No, all family members should participate in decision making. Now, what are the things that should be followed by a family in order to promote good governance? Things to be followed in order to promote good governance in the family. First of all, we have the issue of being transparent. Number one, being transparent. Every family member should be transparent. Transparent means to be open. Openness and honest in all the actions you performed. So one among of the important issue is transparent. Number two, we talk about the issue of loving each other. Loving each other. My dear pupils and my dear children of Standard 4, did you love your family members? Or you are all the time entering the quarrels or conflict? So if you love your family members, this is one among of the way of promote good governance. Also, parents, make sure you love your children. But also children, make sure you love your parents and other members of the family. So don't segregate your members of the family. Take care of family members and love them. This will lead to what you call good governance in a family. Another point is caring them. Caring each other. Caring each other. Caring each other. Did you care about your family members? When they sick, did you take them to the hospital? When they encounter any problem, did you participate in helping them to solve the problem? So if you perform that activity, it means the family will be in the good governance and the family members will live in peace and lead to the development. Another point is helping each other. Helping each other. Now, my dear pupils, I know some of you have your young sisters and young brother in your family. Did you participate in helping them in different activities? For example, to washing their school uniform or to assist them to doing their school homework. Now, helping your fellow members in the family will lead to good governance and achievement in the level of development in a certain family. Another point is we should also involve what you called people participation in decision making. People participation in decision making. Let family members contribute in terms of views in anything which you want to decide concerning a family. So decision making will lead the family to be in a way that they cannot enter in quarrels, because when they want to decide anything, they involve all family members. So the leaders of the family, here I'm talking about mother and father, they should insist on people to participate in decision making. Another point is we should also provide equality in the family. We are talking about equality. Equality. Equality is the process or is the state of treating people equal. The state of treating people equal. Now in a family we know that we have different gender. You can have male and female. But some of the family members, they can be favor a certain gender. For example, some of the parents, they can favor that. They prefer boys than girls. So that is bad. Boy and girl in a family should be treated equal in order to bring the good governance and to bring democracy in a family. Now, this is also one among of the important issue in promote good governance in a family. My dear pupils, let's now discuss some questions concerning the lesson. Now, let's now see some of the questions. Question number 1. Who is responsible to make decision in a family? Father, mother, or family member? The correct answer here is all family member. Question number 2. One among of the following is not an action that promotes good governance in the family. Being transparent, being answerable to your action, denying the rights of the family members. So the correct answer here is denying the rights of the family members, because being transparent promotes good governance, and also be answerable to your actions or accountability also promote good governance. Question number 3. One among of the following is not a school task. One among of the following is not a school task. Sweeping, doing classwork, washing dishes and utensils. The correct answer here is washing dish and utensils, because this is the task to be performed at home. Now, let's see this picture. Start the following picture and then answer the questions. Question number 1. What did the activity take place? What did the activity take place on the picture above? The activity take place on that picture above is the young boy who sweeping the classroom. Mention 3 tools used on the picture, on the activity conducted on the picture above. The tools used on that activity conducted on the picture above is broom, dustbin, and dustpan. Mention one importance of the activity conducted on the picture above. The activity of sweeping the classroom is having an importance that the classroom will look clean and the environment of the class will be suitable and encourage people or pupils to participate in the whole process of teaching and learning. So let me encourage my dear pupils of Standard 4 to participate in performing this task at school and at home. Now it's marked the end of our lesson. I'm happy to be with you. Thank you and see you next lesson.